Today is the 22nd of October 2016. I'm Keith Ward with The Fighting Edge, and today we're being joined by, and your name is, sir?
Two-Ton Tony, Anthony Ciampa.
Two-Ton Tony. So, hey, you're fighting our fighter tonight, Robert Brothers.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
He looks like a really tough opponent. He's tall, he's lean, he looks really great. I just can't wait to step in the cage and do battle with him.
He trains hard. I'm sure you train hard.
As do we all.
So tell me a little bit about that. Are you with a gym? Do you have a sponsor?
I train out of Legacy Martial Arts. It used to be a branch of American Top Team. I travel down to Coconut Creek and train with the guys down there. We have some great coaches, some great fighters coming out of the area. So just the local gym.
So American Top Team, is that for some of us who don't know, is that some of the higher end fighters, some of the UFC guys?
Yeah, down there at Coconut Creek, there's a lot of pros, a lot of up and comers that are maybe not on the main scene yet, but they will be, but that's where a lot of people go to get into the big leagues down there.
So tell me a little bit about the dream here. Is the dream to do this professional full time, or are you happy where it's at as a hobby?
Right now, I'm just doing it for fun. My coaches always tell me we'll take it as far as we want to go. So as it stands right now, it's just a hobby.
And how old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
You're 28, and how much do you weigh?
I weighed in at 263.
And how tall are you?
5'9".
5'9". And tell us, what number of fight is this for you?
This will be my fourth fight.
This is your fourth fight.
Yep.
And how have you done so far with your win-loss record?
Undefeated, 3-0, all TKOs.
Okay, TKOs in what round? First, second?
2 first rounds and 1 third.
Okay. And what kind of guys were you fighting those other opponents? Were they experienced? Were they newcomers?
My first 2 fights, my first fighter had a fight before. My second fighter was a debut. My third fighter had never had an MMA fight, but he was a regional champion in Taekwondo striking.
Okay.
So
I want to get to know a little bit about you personally. Let us know, do you have any children, for instance?
No, I have 2 dogs and I have 2 cats and a wife.
Oh, you do have a wife?
We're married, yep.
And how long have you been married?
We've been married going on 4 years, together for 7.
Okay, and what kind of work do you do?
I'm a union air conditioning technician.
Okay. And is that the dream? Is that the dream job?
That's the bill payer.
That's the bill payer.
That's what pays the bills.
Okay, so tell us, what do you kind of do? Do you have any special causes or anything that's kind of near and dear to your heart?
Yeah, me and my wife, literally, after my last fight, I had a dream about helping people prevent suicide awareness. I lost probably 3 to 5 friends this year alone to suicide, all under the age of 30 years old. So we created a Facebook page called Knockout Suicide. And we're trying to get more involved with our community and explain to them that they aren't alone. Mental illness, whether you believe you have it or not, you aren't alone. You can talk to somebody. That it doesn't even have to be a doctor, as long as you just speak up and talk to people you know and let them know. So.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of near and dear to my heart too. I'm a veteran.
Yeah, I have 22, man. 22 veterans a day kill themselves.
Yeah, I have post-traumatic stress, non-combat related post-traumatic stress. Most people don't really know what that is, but I'll tell you, there are guys who have fallen off ships and spent 36 hours bobbing around in the ocean. Yeah. There are women who have been raped, sexually assaulted, post-traumatic stress. There have been training accidents. So there's more than just combat. So how about that, though? Are you reaching out to veterans organizations?
We're reaching out to anybody. This isn't relative to MMA. That's not relative to young, old, veteran, non-veteran. This is to just anybody that needs somebody to talk to, anybody who feels alone. We're here to help anybody. Age, sex, religion, creed, it doesn't matter. We want to help the world.
How do you do that? Do you have a website? Do you have a phone number?
Right now we just have our Facebook group, facebook.com/knockout suicide. Me and my wife check the messages daily there. We're going to be posting an email address on there as well later in time. We just started it, so we're still in the beginning stages, but we've already had about 10 people contact us just through the page, just looking for somebody to talk to.
Wow, well that's great, man.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you too, what does your wife think about you fighting?
Oh, she's a nervous wreck, but she understands that it is my passion and I love doing it, so she supports me 100%, but it doesn't change the fact that she gets nervous.
Well, I would imagine, the nervousness comes from, what if you could have a minor injury. Let's say you torn meniscus and you can't work for 4 to 6 weeks. You've had surgery on your knee. You blow it out, which is, look, a very common thing to happen. I don't know if you have insurance.
I have insurance and I have Aflac.
Okay. And, you know, so I would think it's got to be really important to be in a good financial spot, have a little bit of a savings, things like that, not be living really paycheck to paycheck doing this stuff. And I'm great. You know, it's great to hear that you don't have children riding on this right now, you know, because right now this isn't punching your meal ticket. The air conditioning's punching your meal ticket. And as you said, it's not really the dream. It's the bill payer like so many other people. But, you know, I really appreciate you spending a minute letting us get to know you. And I'll tell you what, so if you have any fans or anybody out there, is there anyone you want to give a special message to? Anything you want to say to anybody?
I just want to say, keep your eyes out for 2-Ton Tony, man. He's the next big thing coming out of Fort Pierce.
All right, man. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Thanks.
Have a good one. Ooh.